Hello, hello, NFL people. I finally have a reason to stream Madden, somewhat, although I'm not going to be playing. Let me make sure my mic's working. Sounds like my mic's working okay. I'm really paranoid about that lately because I've had problems with it. So we're going to do something here I did for the Super Bowl last year on this channel. We had Madden last year. I did a full-on Super Bowl simulation the week of the game. And it was just a neat little thing to do. And I did it really just because I'm a die-hard Atlanta Falcons. I've been a Falcons fan since I was 8 years old, and that's why I did that. I was like, let me just do this. And it'll give me a reason to talk about the Falcons and the season and everything, because in my other videos, there's really no reason for me to talk about football because I don't stream Madden or anything because I'm not the best Madden player. I have no reason to stream Madden. So I just talk about football randomly on like other shit you guys have probably heard me say. A bunch of things about the Falcons. But the Falcons are back in the playoffs this year, one way or another. They got there after a whole year of underachieving and blowing leads. They finally, they've got their shit somewhat together enough to get into these playoffs. And I don't know if I'm going to do all the wildcard games, but as I sit here and think about it, depending on how this goes, I may do the same thing for all the other playoff games this year. Like the week of each playoff game, we'll stream them all, we'll stream simulations of all of them, and we'll see how accurate they are according to my Madden. So we have the Falcons and the Rams on simulation, 15-minute quarters, same time about when the game will be taking place out on the West Coast. I looked up the weather forecast to even try to get that right. And we're just going to kick back and watch and just talk to each other about both of these teams. I think both teams have been surprises in some ways. Like the Falcons, I mean, they're back in the playoffs, but, just... the Rams kind of just came out of the blue. Shout out to Marshall Faulk. Marshall Faulk was the one guy who before the season said the Rams are going to make the playoffs, and everybody laughed at him on NFL Network and all that. I remember watching that segment when he said the Rams were going to make the playoffs. I was like, this guy's fucking high. And then Deion Sanders said the Jaguars were going to win AFC South, and I'm like, man, you're fucking high. And then guess what happened? But anyway, we'll just talk about shit as we go to the game. Okay, I don't know why I did that. Now I got to set this shit up again. Rams. Where are you at? Falcons. Ready. Simulation. How am I going to get this shit to like go back to just the menu? Because I hit circle and it sends me all the way back here. Am I not going to be able to... God. Am I not going to be able to like fix this the way I want it? Yes, I'd like to continue. Okay, now it's going to let me. My bad. I was fucking up. Anyway. So let's get this show on the road. Partly cloudy, blah, blah, blah. Simulation mode. Let's just watch some fake-ass football. I'm mainly doing this because it's like 2:30 in the morning and I'm bored to death and I have nothing to do until these games start on Saturday. I may stream some stuff later on today, but for now, we're just going to sit here and stream this because it's an excuse, Dale's trying to get them views, Shout out to all my new subscribers. We're moving up. Suddenly, really fast, I've got a burst in subscribers lately, and it's really cool. So, my Atlanta Falcons. Let me get up some NFL stuff just so I can... maybe be inspired to talk about something. We'll look at stats and shit like that. Now, I will tell you, as we go through these, I will tell you my picks to win these games. I guess just to start now. For the Rams and the Falcons, and it's not just me being a fanboy. I pick games generally unbiased because I'm in a pick'em league and I like to try to get games right. I'm picking the Falcons to win this game. And it's not just me being a fan. I acknowledge the Falcons have been shit this year on offense. Embarrassing at times. For so much talent to be so piss poor on offense. So much of it has to do with the play calling. Steve Sarkisian looks like he's a fucking middle school JV quarterback coach trying to be an NFL coordinator, and I fucking hate him, and I don't want him on my team anymore. But he's what we've got. Interesting stat. The Falcons, when they score less than 20 points, are 0-6. But in games where they've hit 20 points, the magic number, you know, last year the magic number for them was like 30. This year's 20. If the Falcons hit 20 points, they're 10-0. The Rams are the high-scoring team in the NFL. But let's break down the Rams. And I think the Rams are an exceptionally talented football team. Before this year, I thought, man, that defense they have is exceptional. They have a really great defense. I didn't know how they were going to be on offense. I didn't know if Jared Goff was going to be the Jared Goff from last year. But as the year went on, he definitely showed that it wasn't really all him. And yeah, he was a rookie, but it was Jeff Fisher. Jeff Fisher's just a terrible head coach.
This one taken from the 7.
Ooh, uh-oh. Okay, he almost broke that to the outside. The Rams were impressive this year, but let's take a look at their schedule. And I'm not going to, like, look, the Atlanta Falcons had the toughest schedule in the NFL, and it was really backloaded. Like, they had a lot of brutally tough games for the last 6-7 weeks of the season. They managed to go 10-6. Beat some good teams. The Rams had, let's take a look at the Rams' losses. They lost to the Redskins at home. They lost to Seattle at home. Now, Seattle at that point was a lot healthier and a much better team than they ended up being because they weren't injured the fuck yet. They lost to, like I said, Redskins at home, Seahawks at home. They lost to the Eagles at home. And I'll talk more about it after this play. But all I'm saying is the Rams had a much easier road to get here than the Falcons did. I mean, that last game of the year, we'll throw that out. They benched everyone against the 49ers. Let's just throw that out. So, no big deal. And the 49ers have been hot lately anyway. But their losses concern me. The really only impressive home win they had was when they beat the Saints. I thought that was the game. I went, wow, I'm really buying into the Rams. And I still buy into the Rams. They are good enough to get to the NFC Championship game. I don't know if they're good enough to get past Minnesota. Minnesota is my favorite to get to the Super Bowl right now. But looking at the Rams and the Falcons and how they match up with each other, and I will ignore the last time these two teams played. They played last year in Atlanta, just, you know, stomped the ever-living life out of the Rams last year. They beat them 41-14, something like that. It was brutal. We'll throw that out. That was Jeff Fisher.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
The Falcons have that playoff experience, and I can tell you from watching Mike Smith's Falcons, playoff experience means a lot to young teams. There are a lot of things about the Rams that remind me of the Mike Smith era Falcons. Jared Goff reminds me of Matt Ryan. Jared Goff to me is sort of the same style of Matt Ryan. I think they're both. Matt Ryan's obviously a great quarterback, future Hall of Famer. Jared Goff has a long way to go before we can even talk about that. But they remind me of each other. I think Matt came into the league in a little easier situation. When Matt came into the league, he had two kick-ass running backs, Jarius Norwood, Michael Turner. The Falcons were third in the league in rushing that year. He had Roddy White. The second year they traded for Tony Gonzalez. Mike Smith was obviously a good head coach. Jared Goff came in. Todd Gurley was hurt all last year, so he didn't really have Todd Gurley. Third down here. Let's watch this. I'm kind of going all over the place with the stuff I talk about, but whatever. Ooh, first down, Cooper Kupp. Now, last year, Todd Gurley was hurt all year. The offense was inept. They didn't have Sammy Watkins. Jared Goff was a rookie thrown into the fucking fire, and it showed that he was just not ready to start in year one, but he had to start the last bunch of games. They didn't play well, but there was a lot working against him. Jeff Fisher got fired. The Rams were in turmoil, coming from St. Louis to L.A. and then firing Jeff Fisher. And now here they are. They're in the playoffs, NFC West champions. So I think Goff and Matt Ryan are very similar. It's just Matt Ryan came into a slightly easier situation when he came into the league. My biggest concern is Jared Goff, as great as he has been this year, in key moments he's come up really short. The Washington game, prime example. He lost them the game against the Redskins. He threw the interception that lost the game. Against the Seahawks, he was not very good that first time around. Now, the second time around, they scorched the earth in Seattle. But we can make excuses for the Seahawks all day long as to why they lost that game. They didn't have anyone available on defense. But and the Falcons' defense last year just totally got after these guys. Just absolutely murdered the Rams. And the Falcons' defense has only gotten better. Now, the Rams' offense has gotten better this year, but the Falcons' defense is top 10. I think they're 8th in scoring, 7th in overall defense, something like that. Falcons' defense has been playing hard lately. They carried them to the playoffs. The Falcons got carried to the playoffs on their defense. Can you believe that? It's unreal. Third down again.
From the 50, it's gone.
Off over the middle. Oh, nearly intercepted. Fourth down. Falcons make a stop. Falcons defense has been kick-ass lately. And on the other side, the Rams defense is 28th against the run. Now, what do the Falcons like to do? To a fault, honestly. Because this year, Atlanta's been over-reliant on the run game. They call the same fucking play over and over. They always, Steve Sarkisian keeps calling these toss sweeps that don't go anywhere. They had like 44 yards rushing against the Panthers. They just kept running toss sweep, toss sweep, toss sweep. It's fucking infuriating. But if Devontae Freeman's healthy enough to be close to 100%, I know he kind of hurt his knee a little bit against the Panthers. The Falcons can just tee up and run the ball, hopefully. Hopefully they get a little more creative with their play calling. That's the problem with the Falcons. They have not been creative at all. And I'll say it right now. Julio Jones, yes, he had 1,400 yards receiving. He was top 3 in receiving yards. He still had a bad year. Hardly any touchdowns. Now, a lot of that comes down to the fact that the Falcons just don't target him in the red zone. The other thing, he dropped a lot of balls. The Falcons receiving corps as a whole, plus their tight end Austin Hooper, dropped balls left and right. Matt Ryan had 12 interceptions, and 7 or 8 of them were off of tipped passes. He threw them right to these receivers, and they tip them up in the air, and they go the other way. Austin Hooper cost them the game against the Dolphins. He handed the ball essentially to the defender. Marvin Hall helped Marshawn Lattimore intercept the ball with his ass. Julio Jones nearly got Matt Ryan picked against the Panthers the other day down in the red zone. Matt threw it right to him. It goes right through Julio's hands and hits the safety in the knee as he's running to the ground to try to catch it. We got lucky there. The Falcons receivers have to be better. At the end of the year, I'd fire the wide receivers coach. I would have to do something on the offensive staff because they're not going to get rid of Sarkisian, obviously. They've got to do something on the offensive staff. Another key thing, I think Matt Ryan's quarterback coach is now with the Rams. If I'm not mistaken, he's the offensive coordinator with the Rams.
Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the center of the field.
And Matt himself this year has been good. He's not been great, he's been good. Definitely not as good as he was last year, but he certainly hasn't been getting a lot of help from his receivers. It's all been the offensive line and the running game that has kept his team in games. And then as the year's gone on, the Falcons defense has really stepped up. They're great now. So like I was saying, Rams are 28th against the run. The Falcons will have Coleman in. Hopefully Freeman can make it through the game. Run the ball, but please stop doing this stupid toss sweeps. Please stop. Mix it up a little bit. Inside zones, something like that. You can, if I start. Also, another problem. There you go. That's realistic. Falcons and penalties. What the hell? When Mike Smith was in the Falcons, they set records for being the least penalized team in a single season. This year, they've just been... This is poor execution on offense. Defense is growing. Defense is young. They're fast. They're getting better and better. And I think the Falcons defense is peaking at the right time. They're ready to make another run at this. But I don't know what Falcons offense are going to get week to week. It all depends on matchups. And I think the Rams are not the best matchup for the Falcons going against the Rams defense, but probably better than most.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Blitz coming and down he goes. Connor Barwin.
The Falcons have a tough road to get to the Super Bowl. Philadelphia is a tough matchup for them too because Philadelphia's defense is just... Jim Schwartz would kill to play the Falcons because he knows his defense is much more creative than the Falcons' offense is creative. He would probably just have a field day. He was the one... Hell, he talked shit about us last year. He said, oh, the Falcons are a joke. Their offense is... they're really not that great. They're front runners and, it's kid stuff, their offense. And the Eagles did shut them down last year. So... with Sarkisian over Kyle Shanahan, I would expect the Eagles to do it again. But the big question is if Atlanta gets past the Rams, is Nick Foles going to be okay enough to get the Eagles to the NFC Championship? I don't know.
They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. He's going to go for a big play. And that's caught.
Oh, he actually caught one. Julio caught one. It wasn't dropped. If that was realistic, it probably would have been dropped, honestly.
A big play there. Ryan to
wow.
Jones.
They can do that on Saturday night. Holy hell. I'm resigned to the fact that I did not give us a chance to win this game at first, but the more I think about it, the more I think, hey, if the Falcons can get out of their own way for once, the Falcons can win. That's why I'm picking the Falcons. I'm not just doing that out of blind fan. Nobody's been harder on the Falcons this year than me. You should see my Facebook posts. I have tore into the Falcons this year. Because it's the same shit with them every week. It's the same recurring problems. Nothing has been fixed except the defense. I'm impressed with the defense. That seems to be the only area where they've gotten remotely better.
It'll be second down. Good opening corner for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust.
The Rams have a big problem, and this is a favorable matchup for Atlanta. And some people would laugh and talk about this, but you cannot underestimate the importance of kickers in the playoffs. You just can't. Kickers in the playoffs are super important. And the Rams had Greg Zuerlein, Pro Bowl kicker, one of the top kickers in the league this year. He's out for the season. I don't even know the name of their current kicker, but I know he's inexperienced. And anytime you have to go to a backup kicker in a key situation, but the Falcons have Matt Bryant, the other Mattias, Money Matt, and Matt Bryant. He single-handedly beat the Panthers Sunday. I said in the second quarter, I said Atlanta's not going to score a touchdown the rest of the day. It's all going to come down to if the defense can hold up and can Matt Bryant keep knocking these field goals through. When Matt Bryant made that 56-yard field goal against Carolina, I was like, okay, we got that covered. Should be good weather, favorable kicking conditions Saturday night. That's the shit I'm thinking about. It's probably going to come down to that.
This is brought in by Hardy.
Damn, Justin Hardy making a catch over the middle.
13 and picks up the first. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Hot damn.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make
my Madden simulations have always been kind of scary accurate, and so far I'm hoping this one's accurate to the game on Saturday night. I will be watching. I figured I'd do this game first. This is the game I'm most invested in, clearly, as a Falcons fan, so probably do the Titans and Chiefs sometime later today. The one I really want to do is the Bills and the Jaguars, but there's a couple of big question marks there. I might have to wait a little while to do that one.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman trying to run inside.
Because we don't know if LaShawn McCoy is going to play in that game. I did read on NFL.com. LaShawn McCoy said his ankle's nowhere near as bad as he thought it was. He's already made progress. He feels a lot better. But he's going to be listed as questionable, and he could be a game-time decision. But I was really happy to hear they said, oh, it's not as bad as I thought. He's still not where I want to be, but who knows what will happen. Their game is Sunday at 1. I really hope Shady McCoy can play in that game. My pick in that game, I will save it for my video I do on that game, may surprise you.
On second down, Freeman.
Ooh, Falcons, what are you doing? Come on, run a toss sweep, huh? That's what they'd be doing in real life. Now, here we go. The Falcons are on a 3rd and long in the red zone. Too much of that this year. Too many holding penalties, negative run plays, poor play design, poor execution, drop passes. This is the story of the 2017 Falcons right here. We'll see if it transfers to video game form if they're going to have to settle for a field goal. Like I said, Atlanta's got to hit that magic number. 20 points against Carolina. They had 22. Because of all those field goals. The Falcons have moved the ball. They're 8th in total yardage. The Falcons are top 10 in moving the ball. They just haven't been able to finish drives.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan.
Too many turnovers. To the end zone. Oh, Taylor Gabriel. Damn, we need some of that on Sunday. Just I can realize they didn't throw to Julio in the red zone. I think he got in. Holy hell, what a play. Woo. Man, whenever I play Madden, damn, he did get it. Whenever I possession catch at Madden, they never get their fucking feet in. But the AI will possession catch and toe tap on me all damn day. Damn. Yeah, they're going to booth review that. I think he was in. Previous plays under review. Yeah, this is realistic. We probably spent about 30 minutes under the hood reviewing this one. It looked like he had it with both feet. He toe tapped a little bit. What it looked like to me. If they get this call wrong, it'd probably be more realistic to how many calls they've gotten wrong this year. Early on the field, stands. Hot damn. I hope this game goes just like this in real life. So touchdown Falcons. They scored first. Falcons are also undefeated in games where they score on their first possession. That's a random stat, but I think Troy Aikman mentioned that in the first quarter of their game against Carolina Sunday. And I was like, oh, that's good, because I remember the Falcons scored on their first possession against Carolina. I was like, well, that's good. So they're undefeated when they score 20 points and when they score on their first possession. So check one off here in this simulation. The Falcons scored a touchdown on their opening possession. Hot damn. Still early in the first quarter here at the LA Coliseum. I can't really impersonate an announcer. I could do John Gruden. Speaking of John Gruden, I'll have to talk about him in another video. We won't get into that now. We'll talk about the Falcons and the Rams. So yeah, the more I think about it, the more I do lean towards the Falcons in this game. It's been like that all week. Like when they beat Carolina on Sunday, I was like, well, they've made the playoffs. Well, who they play? The Rams. I was like, okay, that's good. I only said it was good because I'm like, well, the Rams are young. They're inexperienced. None of these guys have playoff experience. The Falcons are battle-tested. They've had to grind all year long, while the Rams have had a pretty easy schedule and have blown out some teams. The Rams had a really easy schedule, I'm just saying. As good as they are, I mean, good grief. They got to play the 49ers the first time around with Hoyer. They got to play the Seahawks, who have nothing left. The Cardinals were injured in a joke this year. They got to play them twice. But yet they lost to the Eagles and the Redskins. And they lost to the healthy Seahawks before everybody got hurt. And let's not forget, like I said earlier, last year Atlanta rolled into that Coliseum and just bitch slapped the Rams up and down the field. So maybe they'll be out for a bit. Maybe that's good motivation. I wouldn't be surprised if they spent some time during the week going, hey, remember when we played these fuckers last year and they came in and kicked our ass? Let's not let that happen again. But I don't know. I'm hoping the Falcons just take advantage of the Rams' inexperience, and I hope their new kicker chokes under pressure. That's what I'm banking on to get the Falcons through this game.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Because on paper, just from a roster and talent perspective, the Falcons are 10 times better than the Rams. Just the Rams have a new system in place, and they've responded well to Sean McVay. The philosophy he has installed in his first year there, you got to give it to him. Sean McVay is probably my coach of the year for the turnaround there in LA. I'd have to say he's coach of the year. Todd Gurley might be MVP, but I would still say Carson Wentz is MVP.
Play fake to Gurley. Now gone.
Oh, he's going deep. Intercepted. Ricardo Allen. Up the sideline. Wow. Well, this simulation's going well for the Falcons.
That's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for
grabs. The playoff pressure could be getting to Jared Goff. I hope to hear that during the broadcast on Saturday night. Ricardo Allen had an interception of Cam Newton the other day in the Week 17 game against the Carolina Panthers. Threw the ball up to Sammy Watkins. Didn't fool nobody.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And they'll be looking to make this a two-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive.
They've got one of the boxes checked. Atlanta's just got to get to 20 points now. They'll definitely win.
Not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through
remember the Madden
like and say, just think about what it would be like
Madden
to be up
17 opening was like, oh, it's the Redskins and the Rams and the wild card round to the playoffs. And it was like, who the fuck thought that was ever going to happen last year? Because I fucking didn't. And then the year before that, it was like, oh, Steelers Cardinals Super Bowl or whatever.
Here's Ryan.
Yeah. Austin Hooper is trash, by the way. I'm a diehard Falcons fan, and I'm here to tell you that Austin Hooper is garbage. Piss poor fucking hands, never gets open. He's a good enough blocker, I guess. I mean, he's getting enough practice with all the stupid toss sweeps they run.
8 yards to go here on second down. Off the
play action. Look out, blitzer. Oh, and Matt Ryan goes down.
Down he goes.
I like how I was kind of cheering for him. This game started also where I'm kind of cheering for him like it's the real game. I think I did that when I was watching my Super Bowl simulation last year when I streamed it and put it on YouTube.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense.
Matty Haas, no.
And when he comes to the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So the sack
3rd and
pushes
long.
them
Now
back,
Atlanta
and now
scored a
3rd and
touchdown
long
on a
for
3rd and long on their last possession. Got to get some yards here to make it easier for Matt Bryant, at least. Although Matt Bryant probably kicked from there. Play action again, just like on their last 3rd and long. Going downfield. Julio Jones. First down. God, if the Falcons could have just done this all year, there was no fucking reason with the talent that they have that they couldn't have been better on offense this year. That's why I've got to put all the blame on the coaching staff. Because nothing changed. Nothing at all changed on the side. What, one offensive lineman's different? That's it. They've got one new offensive lineman from last year. That's it.
The Falcons averaged 34 points a game last year, tops in the NFL with that powerful offense. And they're already looking for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there.
That's what pisses me off about watching Madden, because Madden grades these guys on their actual talent. So I feel like in the game, they're overachieving what they've done all year, because it's like, yeah, look, the Falcons, they've got Julio Jones, Devontae Freeman, Mohamed Sanu, they've got a great offensive line. Yeah, of course they're going to have it this easy. So if you know this Saturday night it's not going to be this easy. If it is, I'll sell my house.
Again, they'll run with Freeman.
Although they haven't been able to run the ball so far in this game. Freeman's got negative rushing yards.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The Rams are stopping the run. Although on the higher difficulties, this is on all pro and on simulation, it's like damn near impossible to fucking run the ball at all. Isn't arcade mode just way more fun? I like arcade mode.
A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8. Atlanta's been money on 3rd down so far in this game. In the red zone again. No play action this time. They're not fooling anybody. Out of bounds, incomplete. Damn it. Kick a goddamn field goal. I got so salty during the Panthers-Falcons game. It was like on a 4th and 11. They threw a screen pass to Mohamed Sanu that got about 10 yards. I was like, God damn it, just kick your fucking field goal. Like through my remote. It's like I'm tired of settling for field goals. Matt Bryant with a field goal to make it 10-0. This is a shitty angle for field goals. Appears to be good. 10-0 Atlanta early. I would have already been pissed off by now at the fact that they had to settle for a field goal there. That would have already pissed me off, because they kicked way too many field goals. The most infuriating game all season. Well, there were 2. When they played the Panthers in Charlotte, that was really, it pissed me off. But I'd have to say the most infuriating game was the one against the Vikings. Atlanta could beat the Vikings easily. Easily! But no, they kicked field goals all goddamn day, and for the first time in centuries, Matt Bryant actually missed one. Now, it was a super long one, and they probably still would have lost anyway, so I wasn't mad at it. But that game just pissed me off beyond belief.
Here's Bosher to kick it away.
Field goals, field goals, field goals. Teams that settle for field goals don't fucking win playoff games unless you're the 06 Colts. Then you kick like 5 of them and beat the Ravens.
Just shy of the 30-yard line.
Vinatieri was on fire that night.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading.
Well, Jared Goff's 1 for 3 today. He's got the interception. Lucky for him, the defense made the stop and held him to a field goal after his first turnover of the game.
The quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them that's
going to be a long-ass process sitting here watching this. But the great thing is it's going by faster than the real games. We don't have commercials.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
I'm really excited for the games this weekend. Like, it looks like across the board there could be 4 really good games. This one should be the best, I think. Should be.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
My phone's been charging, thank God.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was
so lazy. I'm not even playing. I'm just sitting here watching the simulation, talking to you guys while talking to myself.
Second down, here's Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they
third
rally to him
down
quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the
third
catch,
and short.
now
Heavy
you put
run
the
set
offense in a
here, it
position
looks
where
like.
every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley.
Just enough for the first down, it looks like. Oh, no, they say 4th and inches. Hot damn.
As it brings up the 4th down.
Go Falcons. Big Grady Jarrett. Grady Jarrett is so underrated as a defensive tackle. He's phenomenal. If the Falcons had won that Super Bowl, he would have been the MVP. He was killing Tom Brady.
That would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
No bullshit.
I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Where's Sean McVay? Why do the coaches always look so weird in these games?
Here's Johnny Hacker now.
Johnny Hacker. At least they still got their punter. It's their kicker that's fucked. Falcons look like they're alert for a fake.
He steps into this one, and this is
It would be like the
rocket.
Rams do something stupid like that. It's a touchback.
And not what he was hoping for.
Young
There.
teams
This will hit in the
usually
end
think
zone
too much and
for a
outsmart
touchback.
themselves. That's another
Here the
thing.
Falcons
Experience. You
offense
cannot.
is back on
See, when
the
I was
field.
younger, I didn't quite get it. To me, I was just like, oh, playoffs. It's just like any other fucking game. It's like, hey, you just go play like always. It's different. Playoff football, asses get tighter. Assholes get tighter. It's do or die, so things are different in the playoffs. The intensity level just goes through the fucking roof. And finally, the Falcons have that experience on their side. I think that's what bit them in the past. They just didn't have the experience because they get in these fucking playoff games and just blow it in the Mike Smith era generally. Now they've been there, they've done that, they've been all the way to the Super Bowl. They can get it done. The Rams, this is all new to them.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you know, the LA Coliseum is a piece of shit stadium by today's standards, but I still love it. I love the way it looks. I just love that old school vibe. I'm an old school football kind of guy, so I appreciate the Coliseum for all its faults and the fact that it's a fucking dump.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Unit. He said unit.
They go
Play action
now.
again. They're doing play action a lot for a team that's not running the ball with the shit.
Swings it out to the
Ooh.
flat for Freeman.
Oh! That was realistic. Man, Devontae Freeman's been on fire lately with his spin moves and juking
It's
people.
a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll
I
be
can
third
forgive the
down.
couple of fumbles he's had. He fumbled the ball against Tampa, and Levine Toilolo recovered it in the end zone for a touchdown, thank God. And then he fumbled against the Saints, but we were going to turn that fucking game around. See, too many fucking things go wrong for Atlanta. When they finally get like 30 other things to go right, they still have like 2 glaring issues that totally ruin the game for them. Like, oh, defense is finally playing well. Well, we've tipped a lot of passes and dropped a lot of passes and turned the ball over a fair amount. He's holding on to this ball. That's realistic, Matt Ryan. He holds on to the ball a little too long sometimes. Rams finally make a stop. Big meaty sack on third down. That was that pump fake. They were running sluggo seam there. I know that. In terms of the AI pump fake like that, it's sluggo seam. And as usual, Jake Matthews, the human turnstile. Always a good holding penalty and blown assignment away from fucking us over. No, I mean, I guess it's a good thing that I look at the Falcons' offensive line and go, yeah, the biggest weakness is Jake Matthews, and he's not that bad. He's just not that good either.
On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher.
First couple of years, I thought, man, that was a great draft pick, Jake Matthews. But now I'm like, oh, he kind of stinks. He really lets us down. Falcons will have to punt for the first time today. This is where the Rams are also dangerous. Great special teams.
Look at those stick skills. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Rams
11-yard
offense
return.
here with the first
Taro
10.
Cooper.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive.
If the
No
Falcons
points
were not
on
playing the
scoreboard.
Rams this weekend, I'd be definitely cheering for the Rams because I like the fact that we have so many new teams this year. In the preseason, I did my predictions for the year, and I got 4 out of 6 NFC playoff teams correct, and 4 out of 6 AFC playoff teams correct. I did not get them in the right order, but I said the Vikings, Panthers, Eagles, and Falcons would all make the playoffs. My other teams were the Packers and the Cardinals. Rodgers got hurt, if the Packers sucked anyway, to be honest with you. And the Cardinals were, similar problems, lots of injuries. I thought the Cardinals might bounce back after last year. I was wrong. And the Rams came out of nowhere. Now, in the AFC, I said Patriots, Steelers, Chiefs, and Titans. But I also said Raiders and Texans. Now, the Texans probably would have made it if Deshaun Watson didn't get hurt. I feel like they were good enough to make it, just with Deshaun Watson, despite all the other injuries. The Raiders totally shit the bed, even though I had a bad feeling about them. I picked them to make the playoffs, but I had a bad feeling about them. I felt like they were just a little overrated. I felt like the Raiders were just a little overrated.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Rams on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This
third
is
down.
3rd and 10.
Falcons defense has shown up so far in this game.
From the gun, here's Goff.
Oh, boo.
He's got a man wide open, complete. And he's gonna
Falcons defense is really good, but you can move. The Falcons play a lot of zone. Single high safety. Cover one, robber, bullshit. And they do play a lot of zone on like third down, which gets frustrating because they have given up some. If you find the hole in the Falcons zone, it's there. The good thing is, I think the reason the Falcons get away with it is just how fast they are on defense. They are so fast. You got to have speed to play zone because when the guy catches the ball, if they find that hole in that zone, the guy catches the ball, you got to be fast enough to get them before they can get anywhere. So I think the Falcons have gotten away with a lot of that this year. Into the first quarter, 10-0 Atlanta. If this is how it was going to go in real life, I'd be okay so far. I'd be pissed about settling for the 1 field goal. But I'd be like, hey, you know what? Not a bad start.
Right after this.
End of 1. 10-0.
The NFL
Sponsored by Snickers. Hey, since I'm putting this video on my YouTube channel, should I get like free ad revenue from Snickers? Why is there like a weird echo effect on my mic? Because every now and then I keep clicking over to make sure my shit's still working and I get this weird echoey effect. I just think the Falcons are going to win this game for real. Who knows what happens after that, but man. I think every night this week I've had dreams about the Falcons suddenly waking up and becoming the team they were last year and just steamrolling everybody to the Super Bowl. Oh. Damn it. Todd Gurley wide open. Rams are finally moving the ball. They're in Atlanta territory for the first time in this game.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best
space
players
game.
into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
By the way, the Rams uniforms are fucking awful. I hope to God, for everyone's sake, they just change back to the old blue uniform. I know they wear those twice a year, the blue and yellow uniforms from back in the day. They're so fucking cool looking. They wore them the other day against the 49ers. Like, why would you waste them on this fucking game? But nonetheless, they look great. These uniforms, the ones they have here, the white ones, ain't that bad. I just don't get the gold trim. It doesn't match the helmet anymore. And when they wear their, like, all blue uniforms, they still have the gold numbers and the gold trim, but the white helmet, the white ones on the helmets is just ugly. That's the kind of shit real football fans talk about. We talk about the uniforms. Like, you would think, who gives a fuck what they wear? But... you know, it's neat. You want your team to look cool. Another drop over the middle. Brian Poole got that one out.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Rams on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This
time is it? It's 3:12. This is making time go by for me. It's giving me something to talk about. I was sitting here bored and hungry, and I'm like, it's a screen. Oh!
And this is going to be incomplete.
Ooh. Boy, the Falcons, even when they weren't playing great pass defense, they could just rush the quarterback.
Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away.
I hope that's the right kicker in. This is going to miss, ain't it?
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And
okay. Oh, good. They got the right kicker.
Here. It's 10-3. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
Okay. Rams shitty kicker made his first one. I hope he misses. Dream scenario. The Falcons defense gets 3 interceptions just like they did against the Panthers, and the Rams miss 3 field goals. Then we'll win. I'll take that win. Give me that. Just give me 3 missed field goals and 3 interceptions. I want them to have like, I want the Rams to have like a Tampa Bay Buccaneers kind of day as far as kicking goes. The Bucs are a fucking disaster. You know, that was another, in the preseason, everybody's like, oh man, the Bucs, they're going to make a run. The Bucs are going to get back to the playoffs. I was like, you're fucking high. Well, first of all, Mike Smith's the defensive coordinator. He don't know good defense. Dirk Cutter's the head coach. He's just like, meh. Although I'd prefer to have Dirk Cutter as the Falcons offensive coordinator over Steve Sarkisian. I take him as an O coordinator, not so much about the coach. Jameis Winston's overrated as fuck. Deshaun Jackson takes a step and he pulls his hammy. I knew the Bucs were going to be trash this year, but I didn't expect their kicking situation, their special teams situation to be such a nightmare. Like, holy fuck. They could have beat the damn Panthers.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive.
But they had to miss a kick and give up a fucking kick return. Nothing new there for the Bucs. It's a Bucs flop. I told everybody it was garbage. And that's not just me being a hater because they're in my favorite team's division. I just looked around and I said the only team I got wrong in the division was the Saints. I thought the Saints, it would be more of the same for them. But I did say that the Panthers would make the playoffs. I got the Panthers right. I said they'd be 11-5 in a wild card team. So I was right about that. I gave the Panthers a lot of credit. I didn't sleep on them at all.
Now Ryan on second down.
Although now they're starting to look like they're a little bit exposed.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
God, I feel like hot garbage. I need a shower so bad. I'll probably do this and then go take a shower.
4 times out of 6.
Then later today, maybe do another one of these. Maybe I'll have some friends over for a couple of these. I think Cameron and Dylan are coming to hang out. I hope so. Going to Cracker Barrel later today. Shout out to all my Southern people. Y'all know about Cracker Barrel. I'm actually looking forward to that because I'm fucking hungry right now and there's nothing to eat in this goddamn house. Cereal just ain't cutting it right now. I need like a warm, good food. Plus my dinner last night was garbage. We got this food from this takeout place and it's been good, but they changed their fries and their fries taste like stale and not good to eat. And honestly, the chicken that I got kind of tasted shitty too.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Jared Goff for the Rams headed back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse.
Falcons had to punt again. And it's starting to settle in now, boys. It's starting to look like a Falcons game. Defense is playing just well enough, but the offense is starting to shit the bed a little bit. They started out hot. That's not been a problem this year. The Falcons' offense will generally start out well. Then about a quarter in, they just slog around and struggle to get past the opponent's 35-yard line. Well, let's not even talk about the red zone.
Here comes carry number 10 for
You know what sucks? The Falcons defense, as good as they've been this year, they just haven't forced turnovers. They only had 5 interceptions before Sunday. They got 3 against the Panthers. Now, they did have a number of interceptions that got called back due to penalties this year. I can think of a handful of those. Forced some fumbles, though. The Falcons have a lot of sacks. They don't have, like, I think Adrian Claiborne's their leading sacker with like 9.5 sacks, and 6 of those came against the fucking Cowboys. That was all in one game. But across the board, they have a number of guys who have at least like 4 or 5 sacks each. So they've had no problem rushing QBs. They just haven't had the balls bounce their way as far as forcing turnovers. All damn day in the pocket. Overthrows. Now, this game's making Jared Goff look like his rookie self.
Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. They only needed a few inches there on second, but forget the halfback dive. They were going for the big one.
I thought it was a good time to take a shot.
That was a Kyle Shanahan-esque play call. What? Second one, throw it deep.
And pick up the first down. Go ahead and be aggressive. Try and get one downfield for a big one.
Oh, caught him in the flat. God damn it. First down.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Seriously, the Rams had such an easy schedule. I just looked at it again. Colts, Redskins, 49ers, Cowboys, Seahawks, Jags, Cardinals, Giants, Texans, Texans, Vikings. They got their ass kicked by the Vikings, by the way. Saints, Cardinals, Eagles, Seahawks again, Titans, 49ers again. Fucking Atlanta had Carolina twice, New Orleans twice, Minnesota, New England, Seattle, in Seattle.
First down.
Another drop pass. Did they switch our AI? Because Atlanta is the one that usually drops that many passes. That's our specialty. I think we're like third in the league in drops. I think by the end of the year we were first in drops. Move us to Times Square. Because that's where you want to see some balls get dropped. Go watch a Falcons game this year. Step your game up, wide receivers. That includes you, Julio. You haven't been your best either. And he's been mostly healthy this year. He's been healthier this year than he was last year. That's the sad part.
But there were a few skeptics out there as well. Said, well, he can't really play.
His best plays of the year. Well, he had the big touchdown against the Buccaneers where Mohamed Sanu threw it to him. It was a deep touchdown. His other best play was in a game where Atlanta was getting killed by New England, and he snagged one away from Malcolm Butler. That was a pretty cool play. The fact that they went to New England. New England's defense is garbage now. They went to New England and scored 7 points. That's how fucking elementary their offense has become. Oh, my goodness. Deion Jones got picked up the other way. Deion Jones is a fucking soldier, man. Deion Jones is a stud.
Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult.
I'm so hungry. I'm starting to feel weak. I feel like my sugar's dropping, but I have nothing to eat, so. Unless I want a shitty fucking Pop-Tart or some cereal. I don't have any fucking beefaroni in there to eat. It's really starting to get to me. I'll wait till the halftime thing comes on and then duck in there and look for something. I'm about to fix this fucking... Actually, you know what? We have them shitty frozen fish sticks that I hate. But I'm so fucking hungry, I just might have to fix them. Where do we have any fries left? I didn't look in the freezer. By the way, I've noticed AI in this game struggles to punt effectively. It's better than it used to be, but there's been a lot of touchbacks in this game and some shitty punts. Nobody's had to start inside the 20 yet. But I did notice when I play the AI, when I'm playing games, they do punt a little better.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
I just said my lips are fucking chapped.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10.
Finally broke one. It should be a first down, right?
To the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Finally a decent run. Good Lord, I'm starting to feel weak. Ugh. My sleep schedule is so jacked up, it's not even funny, guys.
Freeman again, a first down carry.
Well, that play didn't go anywhere. That's a realistic Falcons play. Lots of flash, but nothing going on.
He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
Oh my God, can I get a fucking break
for
here?
Guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
This will be the time where they'd run the top sweep. They usually save those for 2nd and 10 or longer. Matt Ryan's shoulders must be like dead after all the times he had to toss the ball this year.
10th carry for Freeman.
Come on, Falcons.
He'll only get it up to about the 31.
Where's this 28th ranked run defense that the Rams have? Come on, they're not the 85 Bears.
When you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess
it's going to be real shitty if Atlanta gets off to an early start and gets a good lead and they blow it. Wouldn't that just be phenomenal? Just what they need, more of that shit. Austin Hooper in the slot. Go fuck yourself.
On third down, Ryan. The left side
That's a Julio again.
Jones.
Fourth down, punt it away. My real feelings are starting to shine through in a simulation.
One hallmark of good defenses.
Game started off hot.
Understanding positioning and tackling.
Come on, Atlanta, you got to get to 20 points or you're not going to win.
I think we just saw that on display right there.
That's the magic number.
Chance to think about turning it upfield.
Excuse me. God damn, I'm hungry.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away.
Fair catch. Ooh. Oh, finally, a good punt. Hot damn.
Great special teams work here. This is knocking
hey, why don't you pick it up and run it to the end zone like that dumbass guy playing for the Redskins did on Thanksgiving against the Giants? That was so funny. It's like, oh, congratulations, you scored a touchdown. Well, just kidding. You gave the other team better field position.
Back onto the field. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
The silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need
it's supposed to be like 50 degrees during this game.
Maybe go to
50 or 60 degrees. 50 is pretty chilly for Los Angeles.
And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Global warming. Global warming doesn't just mean hot. It means extreme temperatures and bizarre weather patterns. You know, the kind of thing like in North Carolina where it's like 30 degrees one day and then like 72 days later. For all the uneducated out there that don't know what the fuck global warming is.
And you don't give up much run after the catch.
Second down,
I don't know why I'm getting this weird echo on my mic. What is this?
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Hold on, I'm trying to listen to this. Echo. I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't totally sound like garbage. I think it sounds okay. It's a slight echo.
They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Oh, come on.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a
I get the feeling he might be on the verge of popping one here. God, I'm hungry, guys. I'm going to be complaining about that through the rest of this fucking game. I am hungry. I'm hungry, son. You know, at the very least, if I don't do the other games like this, I can just say, well, I'm just a Falcons fan. I wanted to do the Falcons playoff game. That might be my excuse if I don't feel like sitting down and doing this again later. But, you know.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
The Rams on third down, 3 for 7 so far.
3 for 7 on third down. The Rams have been shockingly bad. Oh, man. Devondre Campbell coming off the edge there. Damn, the Rams ain't doing so hot in this simulation. And this simulation doesn't know it's a playoff game.
You'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line
Madden's
of
weird.
to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
I gotta figure out what the fuck's going on with my mic.
Went backwards. Here's Johnny Hacker now. As he's on to
is
punt
my
for the 4th
computer
time tonight.
mic picking up or something? I mean, I've got the stream up on my computer, but maybe that's it. I don't know.
This is taken at the 23.
Andre Roberts, the most useless free agent signing for the Falcons since Steven Jackson.
And the Falcons will be taking over first.
Andre Roberts sucks.
Matt Ryan in the offense heading
He's on the
back
team
onto
next
the
year. I
field.
quit.
He's got to be feeling pretty good.
He probably
Playing
fucking
well.
will be,
Team
unless he
has
takes
the
a pay
lead,
cut.
so
If he
just
doesn't want to take a
looking
pay
to mount
cut, then
drive
fuck
here
off
that
out
ends
of
in
here,
the
I'd
end zone.
imagine.
And all quarterbacks will
All I
tell
know
you,
is some shit's
hey,
got to
we
change on the
run game,
offensive
helps us
staff
out.
for the
But at
Falcons.
the end of the
Something's
day,
got.
they want to rely on their arm.
I know they're not going to get rid of
Football,
Sark,
feel
even
good
though they
about
should.
things, keep
Something's
things
got to
moving in the
change,
right
though.
direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues.
Can't believe it. At the start of the year, if you told me we'd be playing a wild card playoff game in Los Angeles, I'd say you're fucking high.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman.
Come on, Free.
And he'll get this up only to about the 30.
We're playing a wild card playoff game in LA.
There, 2nd and 8.
What the hell?
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends,
Still shocked by
are
that.
usually big.
The more I
big
think
people,
about it, the
'cause they're gonna
weirder it
have
is.
to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well,
2nd and 8.
guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers.
There's no way the Rams play down to this level. Come on now.
Screen.
Oh, can't get the first down, of course.
Right at the 40-yard line.
I just don't see the Rams playing down to our... If the Falcons play like this, I just don't see the Rams offense playing down to that level. I don't know. It's a good test to see if the Falcons defense is finally legit. That's what it is. We'll finally see what they're made of against the highest scoring offense in the NFL right now, 29.9 points per game. Still less than what we averaged last year. We averaged like almost 34. Suck our cocks, LA Rams.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
God, that went nowhere, for fuck's sake.
Back at the 37-yard line. He lost 2.
Boy, this game got dull in a hurry. Good defense, I guess.
Right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely.
At the same time, I just don't see
stuff
Freeman
to
having a
throw
game this
off.
bad if he makes it through the entire game. Come on.
In order to run the ball.
Falcons get the ball, start the second half, if I'm not
Here's
mistaken.
Matt Bosher
Yeah,
now.
they do.
He's been terrific
I
so
had to think
far.
for a second. Oh, I wish you'd have jumped off sides, you motherfucker. AI seems to be like, come on, I mean, they're going to fake it one of these times. Oh, Atlanta pinned him at the 1. That was a hell of a punt. Get a safety out of this. Come on. The Rams are pinned inside the 1-yard line.
Trot back out there now. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these
commentary in the Madden games is so good now because they update it every week.
Because of the effects of running it.
That's why it's so good.
After a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space and
halfway decent run.
Here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet,
but
they do set you up in good position on 2nd
I
down.
wish this game would turn out like the one where we played the Rams last year is all I'm saying. I'm honestly getting to that point where I want to get the game over with. I think every fan of a team has a point in the week leading up to a big game where you're just like, I just want to get the game played and I want to get it done just to see what happens. I'm getting to that point, and it's Friday morning. The game is Saturday night.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good
part of me, I feel like Atlanta's going to win this game, but I just don't think they're going to be able to overcome Steve Sarkisian and make any noise after this game. If they win this game, I just don't see them getting past Philly in Minnesota. I just don't see it. They just can't overcome their coaching. That's the problem. They're coaching on offense.
They would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of
Second,
space.
4th and inches. God damn it.
Yeah, got the safe completion on 3rd. Here's
Poor
Johnny
Rams.
Hacker now, as he'll come on for his 5th
Atlanta's
kick
going
of
to
the
get the
night.
ball here near the 2-minute warning, and they received the second half kickoff. Yeah, I dare the AI to fake it from that field position.
And it's It's fielded at the 34.
Oop, made a man miss for once in his life.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, first and 10.
Atlanta's got good field position. Take advantage, please.
The offense heading back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
Yeah, Matt Ryan's looked sharp in this simulation.
We see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways, but today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning.
I wonder if there'll be any bullshit penalties in this game. What do you think? I mean, it is the NFL. Although unless you're the Cowboys or the Seahawks, in playoff games, they generally tend to let things go a little more. I have noticed that over my years of being an NFL fan, that penalties suddenly just disappear come playoff time. And especially in the Super Bowl. You rarely see bad penalties in the Super Bowl.
In just 2 minutes time,
so it just goes to show when they really want to try, they can do a good job and not totally ruin games. But in the regular season, they seem to just not give a flying fuck.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
This will be a good test because Atlanta's been, holy hell, they've had a lot of penalties this year. And it's dropped and tipped. That's realistic. Robinson who dropped it. As good as he is, he's dropped a lot this year.
So he can't hang on, and as I watch that,
could have put the damn game away the other day against the Panthers earlier than we did, but of course he dropped it.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player.
Or down.
No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Ryan now to throw on third down.
Oh my God, a catch and a first down.
He's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Ryan
Let's go Birds.
For the Falcon first down.
The Dirty Birds.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up.
I'd like to give a shout out to one of my favorite YouTube channels right now.
And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
And God knows he doesn't need a shout out from me because he's much bigger than me. But Urinating Tree, if you love the NFL, if you love any of the major sports, NASCAR even, he's done some NASCAR stuff before. He doesn't do enough though, I think. But NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, Urinating Tree, look him up on YouTube. He's got brilliant content. Hilarious content. It's just the best. The best sports YouTube channel is Urinating Tree. Dude, your videos are amazing, and I hope you keep going with the content. Keep bringing it, because it makes me laugh, man. One of my favorite videos was the Atlanta Falcons Legacy of Failure video. I got a kick out of that one. That one was good.
Again, Ryan.
Because you know what? My team does have a legacy of failure. Well, the Falcons are driving again. Okay, they could get a lead here. Let's see if it's realistic enough to where they blow it in the second half. Should they finish this drive?
And we are back here. I'm Brandon
scoring
Gould
range.
Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout, and now we're set to get going.
The reason I wanted to give a shout out to Urinating Tree, like I said, his channel's brilliant, and I just got a notification that he uploaded a new video, so I can't wait to watch that after this.
Throwing again, Ryan.
Oh, Mark Barron on a blitz. Ooh, he checked it down to Freeman and got a few yards.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. As they'll stop it with just
the AI really sucks at clock management. There was no need to call timeout there. I would have just hurried to the line and run another play and saved the timeout.
So we're back in the offense.
The AI in Madden has always sucked at clock management. Once again, better than it used to be, but still not perfect. Like, one of my biggest strengths when I play Madden is how well I manage the game and how I manage the clock and take care of the ball and all this other shit. Madden's just like, oh shit, timeout. We've got 59 seconds left. Better start burning through these timeouts in a hurry. I had to look up whether or not, when I was looking at the weather forecast to see what I was going to make the weather like for the simulation, I had to look up exactly where the LA Coliseum is because, like, I know the Chargers don't actually play in LA. They're at the fucking StubHub Center somewhere.
Swings it out to the flat.
So I didn't know if the Coliseum was actually in LA, like legit LA. No huddle, Atlanta. What are you doing? See, now they're not even running no huddle. They should be hurrying to the line right
just
now.
a little bit of time to survey the scene. That's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it.
Freeman's starting to kill these guys over the middle on some angle plays and that sort of thing. Earth to Falcons. We've only got one timeout, like 26 seconds. They're going to mismanage this and not get anything, aren't they?
They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now it's Ryan.
Goes away.
Incomplete.
Well, they still got the one timeout, so they're not totally fucked. But still, they should have been hurrying. See, like I said, the AI just doesn't have a clue. I guess that'd be a hard thing to kind of program in. They can program so many little ticks in to the AI, but they can't make them perfectly manage a 2-minute situation. But it does keep the Rams from getting the ball and being able to do anything with it here. Should the worst happen. This is the run. Where to go? Matt Ryan. Oh, he fumbled. Ugh. Now they got to settle for the field goal. Good God Almighty! What a disaster! How very Falcons of you. That's realistic as shit right there. What was he thinking? He just kind of like took the ball and panicked. You got to kick it now.
Back the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. So with 4 seconds to go in the half,
kick the field goal
unit on
send us
the
to
field.
halftime.
He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away.
Boop.
And in his 15th
Good.
season, he's able to get this one to go.
And they left 1 second on the clock, of course.
Their lead to 10 now at 13.
Madden has a tendency to let those last seconds hang a little bit for a little longer than an actual second. That would have ended the half in real life.
Extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
That's kind of bullshit, but anyway. I need food in the worst fucking way. I'm dying here right now. My stomach is just like, ugh. I'll be right back, as a matter of fact. Enjoy the stupid squid kick.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top, as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Rams are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Falcons have looked good on the road and will just try to keep the ball rolling in the second half. All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Early in quarter one, Barwin's going to push his way to the QB here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. Falcons now later on the drive. Jones will make the catch coming
Back,
across
gentlemen.
the
I'm
middle,
heating
and
up
he'll
the
end
oven.
at the 30-yard line before being
Frozen
tackled.
chicken patties. It's come to this, people.
Now later on the drive, Gabriel's got the catch here.
Touchdown.
And it's caught for the touchdown. As they get out to a 7-0
Didn't get me
lead.
hot for the real game, actually.
Falcons have it near the end of one. Quinn's going to push his way to the QB here. This will go for a loss of 7. So that will bring our halftime report to an end. We'll send you back now to Brandon.
Falcons received the second half kickoff. All's looking well for the Falcons. Surely they won't fuck this up, I've said to myself several times this year. And from last year's Super Bowl. Surely they won't fuck this up. Let that oven heat up for about 5 minutes and duck out and fix the shit. What's going on with the halftime here? Oh, I was gonna say, what the fuck? Come on, Coach Quinn, get this thing kicked off. Let's go. I have to pause this at a certain point. I'm going in there to fix them damn chicken patties. Holy fuck, I can't wait to eat those. I'm gonna cook like all of them. Got to chow down in this
so
motherfucker.
Both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3.
All right, Falcons, you got a 10-point lead. They have not reached the 20-point threshold yet.
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to
13-3. It's not 28-3, so anything's still possible. I will never let that go.
Come the Falcons. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance
And
to
nobody else will either.
And what I'm thinking is
seriously, what is this echo on my shit?
Spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. A nice first half that we've had, guys.
Boy, Madden, when I just glanced over at my stream and I saw how realistic Madden looks, it's really impressive how this game looks. Only the game itself wasn't a piece of shit. It's just, it looks good, though. Come on in, little kitty.
Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman.
Halfway decent run.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line.
I can't wait to fix these damn things.
Up there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Put them away, Falcons. Although with you, no lead is a sure thing.
Freeman again. And a
oh my
big
God, the running game is going 14 carries, 12 fucking yards, for God's sake. If that happens for real, I'm going to kill myself.
They've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The Falcons
neutralized. Hell, even a non-fact. He caught a couple passes there on that last drive that got him a field goal. There's just no way the Rams only have 3 points at this time of the game. There's just no fucking way, right?
Drops it off.
Tevin Coleman dropping the shoulder.
Get it to the 33. Good enough for a
first down. There you go. Get Tevin Coleman involved here. Because Freeman ain't going anywhere.
Keeps the drive alive.
I think of Tevin Coleman as a really good combo back. He can run it, but in terms of being a
Tevin
third
Coleman
down back, I think
really
he ranks with the
underrated.
best in the league.
So good at leaking out of the backfield.
I'm a big
Ryan
Tevin
finding
Coleman
him there
fan.
for the Falcons first.
Falcons can take over this game right here, right now.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
My little kitty's trying to push the door open. I saw a little paw come through the door. It's so cute.
It's a give to Freeman running right.
Oh, big run for Freeman finally. First down.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right,
an alarming amount of people on television this week are picking the Falcons to win. Shannon Sharp, Skip Bayless. Not that Skip Bayless' opinion means shit. Ray Lewis. I think the Boomer Esiason, Boomer Esiason picked them inside the NFL. And I'm picking them. Hell, they did a better, they sold me on it. Like, I was already thinking. And then when I heard some of the tapes and opinions from reliable people like Ray Lewis and Boomer Esiason who actually know what they're talking about, I was like, that makes sense to me. I was kind of thinking the same thing as them. You know, taking my personal bias away. I sound like a robot on that screen. I don't know why. He tried to bounce that to the outside, but it didn't go anywhere.
A recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run.
Third down.
Back to the line of scrimmage. That's all.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from tilting the rock that much.
Well, at least they're staying committed to the run game.
Third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 8.
Gotta get this 3rd down. Gotta get these points, fam.
From the gun, it's Ryan. He's
going up top. Oh, come on. There's no way Matt Ryan would miss that. Oh, that's bullshit, James. He's fucking cock-teasing us. Oh, my God. He was so fucking open. I'll be right back.
You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes,
okay, 15 minutes and counting until I have food.
Over his leg to keep it warm. He might
Christmas miracle, y'all.
Right now from all the work he's getting.
Time to establish the run game here.
Couldn't get a point on that last drive.
Nowhere. He'll lose yardage back
Not
at
even
the
3.
17. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job.
This game is boring to watch.
Behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
I expected a little more scoring going on here. I know it's simulation, but jeez.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Goff now.
Big drop. Oh, sacked.
The Falcons get the sack. Down he
Poe.
goes. Dontari Poe breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
Sean McVay is livid.
You know my bias is about to come out here.
He's angry.
The offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former
So
defensive guy.
OCD
Now, as a
checking
quarterback,
my
3rd and long, you really got to
mic,
rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for?
Once you put that little bit of doubt in my mind that
that
something might be broken or not working, I'm going to check it like 85 times. It's just my personality. Falcons could be running away with this game, and in typical Falcons fashion, it's still only a 10-point
The
game.
Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud
False
crowds,
start.
on dealing
Okay.
with motion, and then you have a guy
Damn
jump.
it.
Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff.
All day, going deep. He's probably going to miss it.
Side.
Oh,
Incomplete.
Could have been
Both players
intercepted.
were there offensively and defensively, but it falls
the Falcons didn't
incomplete.
get good field position here.
Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and
Yeah,
it's just the bright
stop.
lights in the stadium, there's a little extra
Swallowing
spring
my
in their
chair.
step, doesn't it? And
Throw
what
you
we're
out in the
seeing from
cold.
defenders. Doesn't matter
And trust
what
me, it is
man or
fucking
zone.
cold outside
Deep
right
ball,
now.
short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making
Bruce Lyon
plays
should have
on
picked
the
that
football,
off.
contesting everything.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick.
Well, that's a pretty good fucking punt, actually.
See what he can do
God
on the
damn,
return.
that was a hell of a punt. Holy
Officially,
fuck, so
that'll
much
be
for the
a
field position.
63-yard punt. Well
What?
done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
That was a mean-ass punt.
Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this,
Jesus.
you content to play the
I'm
field
in awe.
position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like
Their
your
AI
defense,
punted
because
better
you
than
have
anybody
the
I've
lead
ever
to
seen
control
punt in a
the
real
game.
game, online or online or
Put them
something
in a
like
tougher
that.
spot. You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And I know I still got about 10 minutes before I can eat these chicken patties, but if they don't get in my stomach soon, I feel like I'm going to fall over.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman.
A couple of yards. At least they got
Not much
positive
there,
yardage
maybe
for
a couple
once.
up to the 35.
Still averaging less than 2 yards a carry.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Rams ain't rushed the ball well either.
Off the play fake to
Oh, he would have
Freeman.
been
It's
gone with a
Ryan.
good run there. All day. Oh, my God in
Got
heaven.
tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
I've seen Matt Ryan throw interceptions on very
Sometimes you have to take
similar
things into your own
passing
hands, don't you?
situations.
I mean,
Like that
offense is
kind
really
of design
struggling in
there.
this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And on third down, a nickel formation.
Another third
here
down.
defensively.
God, this game is horrendously boring. Horrendously boring. Maybe my next simulations will be exciting.
From the shotgun, Ryan.
Oh my God, Austin Hooper up the seam. First
And
down.
he's taken down, but not before
Hot
he gets
down.
this into enemy territory.
Big pass play.
Across the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how
Austin
they would
Hooper
block
did one
first
good
and
thing this
foremost.
year, and that was his
Now we
touchdown
want to
against
know
the
how these
Bears.
guys can run, because we envision them in
That
offenses
was incredible.
catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep for Julio.
No,
Looking for
fuck
Johnson.
my
It's
ass.
Intercepted. John Johnson.
Bullshit, come on.
And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Oh, he bullet passed that. He should have
Timing is
lobbed it.
everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot.
Yeah, he
And if
bullet
you're a little
passed. He should have
early
lobbed
or a
it
little
over.
late, chances are there's going to be
Ugh.
someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Got to get that one over the top, man. That was right down the middle. Jesus fucking Christ. Remember back in the day when the AI on simulation would drop every pick? Now they actually catch some.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that side.
Well, the collapse is on.
Drives you berserk.
It's about that time. It's the second half. They got a 10-point lead.
Well. As you said, not even get to the red zone.
Here's where the wheels fall
not
off.
even put points on the board.
Anything to
Guys
make the
take a deep
simulation
breath,
exciting.
relax,
God almighty.
Try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley.
Uh-oh.
And
Damn.
they're able to get this one
Nifty
across
moves
the
there.
35. And a nice carry there of 15
I feel the
yards.
momentum shifting.
I actually love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's
Anybody
able to
still
get to the
cracking up
second
about when
level
Jeff Fisher
almost
said he
before you
deserves
blink.
some credit
If you
for
give him any
the
type
shape
of
that the
blocking,
Rams are in and
always
how
talk
good they're
about
doing
slot
now?
Receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In
And
this
it's like,
case, we
well,
got a guy
not
who's
really. I
quick
mean, he
and
drafted
fast,
Todd
and he used it to
Gurley and
great
Jared Goff and
advantage.
those guys. But, you know, if you had anything to do with them being good, wouldn't you still be there?
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first
Oh, yeah, you're
on
not
the
because you
ground.
fucking suck, Jeff Fisher. Watch the Bengals in 2 years get rid of Marvin Lewis and hire Jeff Fisher. Wouldn't that be
Here
funny?
comes a 20th carry for
Oh,
Gurley.
my God, Falcons.
Able to spin free. And now running right through it. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second down following the run.
Stop the pain.
A shotgun snap for Goff.
Damn
And
it.
the receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first.
And yes, home is where the heart is. And for Robert Woods, it's Los Angeles. He played college football at USC right here in this stadium.
And probably feels comfortable out there. He was an All-American as a Trojan in 2011.
Yeah, really trained to be an NFL player. I mean, he watched a lot of NFL cut-ups and tapes of wide receivers while he was in college before joining them on this stage.
Oh, boy.
From the 50, it's Goff.
Uh-oh.
Dumps it off to Gurley. And this
Yeah,
time he's able to
Gurley's
take it
too
down
good.
to the 42. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing
Stomach is
here
growling.
is the modern version of workhorse
5 more minutes.
in the NFL. Being able to
About
run
5
it
more
and
painful
catch
minutes.
it with equal proficiency.
Second down now after the pass completion.
This is so much like real life. We're watching the collapse right before our very eyes. At least it's only a 10-point lead this time. Holy shit.
They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
Yeah, buddy, the collapse is on. Feel it. Feel this moment for the rest of your life, Atlanta Falcons. I didn't know it was going to carry over to video game form.
Tight ends involved. They can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Farthest down the field the Rams have been all fucking day.
They go play action here.
Play action. Corner blitz. Brian Poole. Yes.
Escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Nice.
Plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a
The Falcons
really
really
nice
don't blitz
gain on
that
the
much
previous
in real
play,
life.
but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
This defense won't go down without a fight. It's just like real life. Rams still can't get in the red zone just yet. 2nd and 18.
On the handoff, it's Gurley.
Oh.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a
3rd and
modest
long.
gain.
Obvious passing
4-yard
situation.
pickup. That gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down.
I just don't see this game being that low scoring. Any of these teams score low, it's going to be Atlanta.
Go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Rams on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 15. Now it's gone.
Oh, no. Oh.
And it's Cup. He's got it.
Damn it.
Able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed?
Yeah,
over the
Robert
years in the
Alford.
NFL?
Come on, man. Robert Alford had one of the best games of his career the other day
Your guy's gonna
against the
have in you to
Panthers.
go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
1st and goal.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense
Belgium,
has
man,
up
the
its
momentum
sleeve.
has shifted. Atlanta still has not reached the 20-point threshold. Oh, no.
Stepping up, he'll
That
try and
fucker,
run.
Jared Goff.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard
He just straight up
line.
tried to run it in.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Make a stand,
They
Falcons.
come up in an
Turnover.
offset eye.
Scoop and score. Pick 6. Something.
On 2nd down, here's goal.
Oh, touchdown,
And
Robert
it's
Woods.
caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA.
Damn it.
Robert Woods.
Is this a glimpse into my future?
And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. And all
Would they really be shooting off fireworks?
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now the try here for the point after. And he puts it through. They're within 3. It's 13-10.
13-10. Well, I will be right back. Let me go check my damn food.
Time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Andre Roberts now to return it. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But
officially have
Charles a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah,
holy fuck.
The only thing that matters is part 2, right?
It smells good and everything.
Once it threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Cool a minute.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
What the fuck just happened to the
And he gets this one just
defensive line of the Rams? Oh my god! 4 pancakes on one play! Did you guys see that shit?
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but
what's that?
Times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he
that was like,
but that run
what
there,
the fuck?
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled.
4 pancakes on one play.
Think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just
oh
one
my
big carry
god.
away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Boy, if the Atlanta O-line blocks like that Saturday night, holy shit, look out, everybody.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's got his
Atlanta's driving again. Now these offenses are starting to pick up the fucking slack.
Really nice gain of 25
you know, if Matt Ryan here can throw it to the right team. Austin Hooper's got 80 yards. Yeah, in what universe would he ever have 80 yards receiving? Unless it all comes on one play.
In the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you.
He gets lucky and gets open every now and then.
Big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
Oh, I can't wait to eat these.
Play action. It's Ryan.
Oh, come on, Matt.
Escaping this time as he'll go down.
Well, of course. Goes down like my fucking prom date. I have no good jokes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated.
Well, I don't know. A couple plays ago, they pancaked them off the face of the earth, so no excuse for that. That was all Matt Ryan's fault for not getting rid of the damn ball. Never thought frozen chicken patties could be such a blessing. But I'm about to eat the shit out of these things. Yummy. And just once in my life, I'd like to have a night of peace.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pick.
Third down, get a few yards, at least get a field goal. I hope my kids are going to take a sack here, right?
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just
best frozen food I've ever had.
Picket fence in front of him, no room to find to get upfield.
They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan.
Oh my good fucking God. No way.
It's off at the 25.
This is a nightmare.
So that's back-to-back drives where they throw
Thank God this is just a simulation.
We look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit.
Hey, Madden, do me a favor and be wrong for once. I knew when he held on the ball that long, something was going to go bad.
Getting set to go again here on offense. Jared Goff trots back onto the field. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about
Matty
it
Oss,
is
what
when
are
you
you
look
doing?
across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open,
I cooked these
different
chicken
as well.
patties just
Some of them
perfect.
use power to get open.
They were
Some
in the
of them
oven
use
just
head
long
fakes
enough.
and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he will be brought down at about
Extra pressure on the Falcons defense now.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there.
Wish I had 3 of these.
That
There was only
the
2
same case on
patties
that
left, but
play.
it's enough to satisfy me for now.
Again they run with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
Good stop,
It's a
Keanu
loss
Neal.
of 2, now third down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Say one thing about Dan Quinn. Sometimes I question him as a head coach, but talent evaluation with his players, he's nailed pretty much every draft pick with the Falcons so far. All the defensive guys he's drafted, Beasley, Neal, Jones, Devondre Campbell.
From the gun, here's Goff.
Awesome. Fuck yeah. Dontari Poe.
Dontari Poe in there to get in for his second
Now in the third
sack
quarter.
tonight. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Damn, I'm stuffing my face right now. These frozen chicken patties, when you layer them up with ketchup, actually don't taste bad.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A.
Fought for LA. Wait, that's the shitty Chargers, my bad. Fuck you, Spanish. I feel so many ways about the LA Rams and the LA Chargers. I want the Chargers to do well because Phillip Rivers deserves it, but at the same time, fuck Dean Spanos. Rams, on the other hand, it's just good to see them do well.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it all
Back-to-back turnovers, Falcons. Not good.
Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just
I got 2 box left of this. Oh, man.
He continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off. And
Oh, shit, that was almost a safety. Well, that juke gets full anyway.
Run, but he will be brought down shy of his 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. A tight game
That was
like
damn near
this,
a safety.
Such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball.
The deepest the Falcons are going to start. Hey, he completed one to the right team this time. Progress.
Just shy of the 25 at the
Atlanta's been
24.
moving the ball. They just keep shooting themselves in the foot.
16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going
Still
upfield.
cracking up about the Rams' defensive line getting
And then breaks
pancaked
it
out
off,
into
usually
another
after
plane
about
of
3 to 4
existence.
steps and cuts towards the middle
On
of the
that
field.
last
And now
possession.
what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Well, I wish I had more of them chicken patties, but that'll do for now.
Coverage look defensively.
Anyway, this has not been the game I thought it would be. It really hasn't.
A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard
22 carries, 60 yards. Well, at least they finally gotten over that, 2 yards per carry mark.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this.
You're just joining us. The Falcons have blown a 10-point lead.
Make sure that they're still attacking.
They blow all leads, all sizes.
As to leave too much time on the clock.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Third and 4. Once again, Atlanta has not reached the 20-point threshold. That's their key to victory. They're 10-0 when they score 20 points this year.
Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence.
They're only 7 away.
Well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
From the gun on third down.
Finally. They're moving again. Of course, they've been moving the last 2 possessions. Hasn't stopped them from shitting the bed.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
I think the Rams... Okay, so let's do the thing. If the Saints beat the Panthers and the Rams beat the Falcons, the Saints go to Minnesota and the Rams go to Philly?
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman.
That's what I'm saying. Saints, they beat the 4 seed. Yeah, the Saints would go to Minnesota. No. I'm fucking wrong. The Saints would go to Philly. The Rams would go to Minnesota. Poor Rams, because the last time they were in Minnesota, they got annihilated. Falcons, though, last time when they played the Vikings, they damn near beat them. But if the Falcons win, they go to Philadelphia no matter what.
Here's Ryan.
And I'm not a fan of that matchup. Even with Nick Foles. Oh my God, he finally hit somebody that was wide open. Falcons are moving the ball. He had all day. Good Lord, if he couldn't have completed a pass to somebody there, God help him. Because he had all day. You can't blame the turnovers and the struggles on this offense on the offensive line. That's for damn sure. Maybe in the running game you can a little bit.
And that's when you can hit them big over the top.
But not all together.
And now a first down following that long game.
Hold on, I can't see the comment for some reason.
Here's Ryan.
Yes, touchdown, Julio. Thank you, God. I don't know why I can't see the comments in the chat. It's really starting to annoy me.
Julio Jones, 29 yards. And the Falcons will
well, I sent a comment. I can't even see my own comment. Hold on, let me refresh it.
And boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you
Okay,
don't
I'm
want
going
to
to type another comment to see if I can see it.
defense,
Okay, I can see it. Type your comment again because I missed your comment. Just for some reason, it would not show it to me on my computer. Touchdown Falcons. Fucking A. Oh my God, the Falcons have hit 20 points. Remember, they're 10-0 this year when they score 20 points. Have they hit 20? Yes.
Take a 10-point lead.
There you go. But they're losing the turnover battle, but that's nothing new.
So that drive
Who blows dogs per quarters? Is that a follow-up to your first comment? Because I didn't see the first one. What am I doing? It's 4:17 in the morning. Well, they blew the 10-point lead, but they earned the 10-point lead back, so maybe they cannot, choke for once. For once. To be fair, they don't choke all the time, but they have in some big moments.
Here's Bosher to kick it away.
I'm curious, who's your team?
If
you don't mind me asking.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Please don't like the Saints, Panthers, or Bucks, or I'll ban you. I'm kidding. I'm kidding about that, by the way.
The Rams offense
I would never ban anybody over their favorite NFL team. It's just
over.
football.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
It's just football. Like when I went to the Carolina-Minnesota game a few weeks ago and there was a fight in the stands a few rows behind me. I was just like, come on, it's just fucking football, for fuck's sake. It ain't worth getting physical over. We don't play the game, we just watch the game. We all have our favorite team or whatever. Or if you're a Seahawks or a Cowboys or a Panthers fan, you change your team every year, but that's okay. Everybody has what they like. Oh man, Colts, shit. Yeah, Colts, huh? Tough one. That is a tough one. That's okay, you're going to get Josh McDaniels. You might be okay. If Andrew Luck comes back and you get Josh McDaniels, you might be okay. I know Josh McDaniels was a flop when he was in Denver. But a lot of time has passed. He went back to New England. Maybe he's ready to give it another shot. Daniel Tosh style. Are you ready to give it another shot? Maybe Josh McDaniels is ready to give it another shot. That was like rookie Jared Goff that we saw in that play just now.
And it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right for him.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away.
This has not been the game I thought it would be, but in the last few minutes it's really heated up because the Falcons started to choke just like the real ones.
From the gun on third down.
Make a stop, fuckers. Oh, that's brutal. And the Rams are back in scoring range again. Man, this game suddenly got exciting out of nowhere. So my picks for this weekend, I am picking the Falcons based on experience and matchup. I just feel like maybe they can get past the Rams. I don't know how. They're just going to have to overcome their coaching. They're going to have to overcome Steve Sarkisian's mediocre play calling. I think they can beat the Rams. I'll pick the Falcons because of experience. I'll pick the Chiefs to beat the Titans because the Titans are, they suck ass and shouldn't even be in the playoffs anyway. No bad weather here anyway.
Now go off on first down. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup.
Oh yeah, I'm picking I'm struggling on the Bills-Jaguars thing, but I'm leaning towards the Bills. Because Blake Bortles is trash. The Bills play good defense. The Bills' defense, it's going to come down to two things. Is LaShawn McCoy going to be healthy enough to make it through the whole game? And Bills' defense. Bills' defense, just play your game. Blake Bortles is trash. Just sell out and stop the run. That's the key. They got to stop the... Oh, my God. He hit Devontae Campbell right in the fucking hands. The Bills just need to stop the run and let Blake Bortles take care of himself. And the Bills can win. I feel like momentum is on the Bills' side. The Jaguars have shit the bed 2 weeks in a row against mediocre opponents. The Bills... No, the Jags ain't bad, but look at their last two games. Look at their last two games, and Blake Bortles is the quarterback. You tell me. They should win. The Jags are better than the Bills. But I just feel like the Bills are on pure emotion, and the Jaguars are kind of falling apart at the seams. So I'm going to pick the Bills, even though my better judgment says Jags. I just got to pick the Bills. Oh, what a kick. He fumbled. Hot damn. God, I'm getting excited like it's the real game. Damn. What a turn of events.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules.
See, did he make a football move? Yes, he did. Was that spinning around a football move, or do we have to review this?
Absolutely. It was a two-possession
What's a football move anyway? I don't know, Bob. I don't think he secured possession. If you slow it down to 120 frames per second, you can see that when he breathed, the ball sort of moved a little bit. And I think you're going to have to call that incomplete. I'm kidding. I'm just mocking the whole instant replay process. Instant replays become so watered down and shitty.
They weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games?
Oh, really? Well, sadly, I've had enough time on my hands to watch as many games as possible. And I can tell you that the Jags are really talented, but the last couple weeks, they've really shown who they really are. They lost to the 49ers, for God's sake. The Jags lost to the 49ers. They were getting beat so bad by the 49ers, they started fighting each other on the sidelines. There was a big brawl on the Jaguars bench because they were losing to the 49ers. Then they lost to the Titans. It's like, come on. Now, the Bills are not world beaters by any stretch. It's just going to come down to who makes the least mistakes. Whoever makes the least amount of mistakes on offense will win the game. Because both teams have elite defenses. I give the edge to the Jaguars defense. But Blake Bortles is so bad, you got to give the Bills defense a chance.
It's Ryan.
Julio.
Side by Jones. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds.
We'll roll with the Bills. So Falcons, Chiefs, Bills, and Saints.
The catch, the extra yardage, but you've got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the
25 carries, 66 yards. God help him if that's the stat line.
Second and 8. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed
I think I think the next one I stream will probably have to be Chiefs Titans just to make sure I get it done before the game on Saturday. I wasn't even sure I was going to do this beyond the Falcons game just because I'm a Falcons fan. But I think I will do the other games as well. Starting to look better for the Falcons. They have, stopped collapsing under their own shit.
And continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
I like the Falcons in this matchup for the experience. And you got to think that one of these days that offense is going to wake up again because it's still the same guys from last year.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pick.
The Rams are also still the same. That's the funny thing. The Falcons on offense are the exact same as they were last year. The Rams have a lot of the same people. They didn't change that much. New coordinator, new offense.
Only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Well, you'll get to see the historic Buffalo Bills, Jacksonville Jaguars playoff game. That is a playoff game. Bills and Jaguars is a play. Thank God the Falcons made the playoffs. I probably want to kill myself if I was like, man, my team didn't make the playoffs, but oh my sweet Jesus, Matt Ryan, what the fuck? That's 3, and that one's going to. Holy fuck. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and make a prediction now that Matt Ryan does not do that in real life. That will not happen in the game. Matt Ryan had 12 picks this year. 8 of them were off of tip passes because his receivers don't know how to catch. But anyway, what I was saying was I would want to kill myself if I was like, man, my team didn't make the playoffs, but the Jaguars and the Bills did. Like, that would just brutally suck. Sweet baby Jesus. What is happening in this game? Sweet Lord. Well, Vitri, don't be bitching at, well, you know what, you can bitch at Julio all you want. You can bitch at all the Falcons receivers all you want. They've all caused problems this year.
The lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Let's just pray tomorrow night is different. I'm assuming you work second shift or something, and that's why you're up at, well, it's 4:30 where I'm at. I don't know where you are. All I know is if this was the real game, I'd probably just, like, you know, go ahead and cut it off. No, I wouldn't quit the game early, but I'd just be like, oh, god damn, of course this is happening.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
You cannot be this inept.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position.
The Panthers and Saints game is one I'm looking forward to because I got to be honest, I fucking despise both of those teams.
Back to the air, Ryan after the pick six.
Oh my god. So the Falcons playoff picture worked out well enough for me because we don't have to play the Saints or Panthers and they have to play each other and one of them will get beat this week. So no matter what happens to the Falcons, I will still laugh hysterically at Carolina because it's probably going to be them that lose to the Saints. And then hopefully the Saints will have to go to Minnesota. And I'll get to laugh at them. I'm a fan of the game more than I am any team. The Falcons have been my favorite team since I was 8 years old. But when the Falcons suck, I still watch every other game every week. I try to watch everything and keep up with it because I'm a fan of the game of football before I am the team. But the team does mean a lot to me. So if this happens Saturday, it'd be breaking my heart right now, even though they're somehow still winning. Only barely.
Pickup that gets them going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down.
You know, I would like to stream GTA, but I don't have anybody to play with right now. I would need at least 2 people to play with because I'd like to do some stunt races. But everybody's in bed. Everybody has better shit to do. I could play GTA and troll people, but that's not very fun to stream. Oh my god, he hit somebody wide open.
And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That
yeah, he's been able to put the ball in tight spots. Yeah, by tight spots you mean the defender's hands a few times.
I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Or a touchdown, put them away. A touchdown pretty much ends this game at this point. Inside of 5 minutes.
They run. Devontae Freeman.
Halfway decent run.
To the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on first.
Yeah, it sucks you don't have GTA.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you?
So this game is over. I'm going to go play something. I don't think I'll be streaming anything. God damn it, he fumbled. At least they recovered it. Oh, this game's gone south. These Falcons are flying south for the winter.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often
Aaron Donald stripped him.
Lost it to get it back.
Look at Jake Matthews pretending he's not useless.
The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
God, what does it take to be clutch? Will I ever have my favorite team be clutch? I mean, my favorite team's been clutch in the past. Like when Mike Smith was the coach of the Falcons, they won a lot of close games.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman.
Oh, Tevin, he made one nice move.
Quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. It's a gain of 7.
Fourth down, and the Falcons will have to punt with a 3-point lead. Oh, boy. That's what we learned about their defense. The Falcons' defense has really stepped up lately. God for them in this game.
Because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight.
Touchback.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Jared Goff and the Rams.
Jared Goff turned shit around here.
He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow start or a tough start. Means that they're strong mentally. They've kind of calmed themselves down. Everyone's rallied around them.
I need to start playing NASCAR Heat 2 again. I need to save that for when racing season comes around. But God, I bought NASCAR Heat 2 and I played it for like a month and a half and then barely touched it since. This football season started and shit got busy around here and I didn't have time to do much.
He's going to dump it off to Gurley.
A 1-yard gain.
And that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final
sack fumble.
Stand
Do it.
And win this football game. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism.
I'm just all up in the game.
Some nice space for him.
I've been streaming for like 2 hours, I think. Maybe an hour and a half. I'm honestly not sure. I should have looked at the time when I started. Pretty much covered everything I wanted to talk about.
Bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd
so at this point, it's just watching this
as
bullshit simulation.
Big 3rd down.
Hey, what's up, Anthony? How are you?
A shotgun snap for Goff.
Oh, fuck. First down,
route.
goddamn it.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
You know, I can't wait till about 6:30 this morning when I can go out and get me some goddamn Bojangles because I'm still hungry. 2-minute warning, and the Rams are driving.
After this.
Well, if you need a job, don't come to where I live, because all that's around here is temp shit, and you just kind of bounce around to different temp agencies, like I've done. Obviously, I'm not in a dire situation, but, you know, I'm not exactly loaded either.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
I was just doing this tonight, watching the simulation and bullshitting with people because I've got nothing to do, and I'm looking forward to when these games actually happen on Saturday.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins.
I gotta admit, watching this has actually got me hot for the real games a lot more. I was already hot. I feel like there's a lot of good games this weekend. Boy, this game smells like it's going to overtime. No. Flag. Please tell me it's a hold. Oh, God, no.
This one's going to be a face mask.
Ouch. Well, Falcons are fucked in this one. Cat, get out of there. Cat's being a dumbass. You know what? If I have any friends online to play Friday the 13th, I might stream that after this game. I don't know. I'd like to stream something after this. Hell, I might start playing GTA. I might pick up the GTA 5 single player again. It's been a couple of weeks since I last did that. And I really need to get back and finish that. Oh, yeah, the National Championship game is Sunday. I watched the Rose Bowl, and I watched most of Clemson and Alabama. I wish I didn't watch Clemson and Alabama, but the Rose Bowl was great.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll fight
Yeah, this game right here that we're watching right now is going to overtime. Unless the Rams score. Are they really going to spock it? Oh, no. It looked like they were lining up to spock it. No! Pick! Oh, damn it. God damn it. Well, let's just hope this doesn't happen for real. That was almost a pick, too.
It's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's
I'm just laughing because I'm so happy this isn't the real game.
Some in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you? And say the last thing we need is a big.
So now the Falcons are going to need a touchdown.
Get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle.
Oh,
could come back at you a long way.
Well, my real life pick for this game still remains the same. I'm going to pick the Falcons. And the other games, like I said, Chiefs, Bills, and Saints. Even though the Bills suck and the Jaguars are better, there's just something about the Bills right now. Because, you know, nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. Nobody circles the wagons. That was my best Chris Berman impression. Nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. You know, Chris Berman always did that shit where he'd go like, back. I'm just picking on my gut. Yeah, I'm a Falcons fan, but there's just something off about the Rams right now. Everything from how they handled their last game. I know they benched everyone last game of the year against the 49ers. They've got an inexperienced kicker, team with no playoff experience. Oh, yeah, one of the reasons I'm really pulling for the Bills. See, the Bills and Jags, it sucks that they're playing each other. That means one of them is going to lose. But, yeah, the Bills and Jags. I have a thing I did before the season started. I mentioned this earlier when you guys weren't around. Before the season started, I predicted all the playoff teams, and I got 8 out of 12 right. I didn't get them all in like the right order as far as seeding, but I got 8 out of 12 playoff teams right this year. The only ones I didn't see coming were the Bills, the Jags, and the Rams and the Saints. Everybody else I got right. I said the Vikings, Eagles, and Panthers, and Falcons, and so on would make it. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I'm going to cheer for him like it's the real game. Go, Falcons, go.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw.
You can do it. You can do it. Believe in Matt Ryan. Most underrated quarterback in the NFL. Although not if you look at this simulation. Man, they're really moving here. Throw it away, dumbass. And he's trying to throw another pick. It is very exciting to see some new faces in the playoffs. Especially the Bills. I know that the Jags too, but really the Bills have not been in the playoffs since '99. And they're not that good. The AFC is so top heavy. There's like there's 3 teams in the AFC I can take seriously. And that's the Patriots, the Steelers, and the Chiefs. Jaguars are very talented on paper. Oh, that's brutal. Well, that's that. God almighty. At this point, I would just be staring at my television in disbelief. That sucks. Oh, Falcons, you were moving the ball so well.
And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Tell you what, the Titans really suck too. There are some shit teams in the bottom part of the AFC playoffs. The Titans and the Bills especially. They're just not very good. I feel like the Titans are good. They're just really underachievers. The Titans should be much better than what they are. They've got receivers that don't get open. Offensive line is only okay. Marcus Mariota, I don't think he's 100%. It just seems like he's regressed. Even though I still maintain he's a better pickup than Jameis Winston, because Jameis Winston is overrated as hell.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Falcons are going to burn these timeouts, but it's over. It's over. Piss on the fire and call the dogs. I mentioned earlier before you guys were here, and people who watch this later are going to think I'm repeating myself, but I'll say it again for you guys. As good as the Rams are, the Rams had a ridiculously easy schedule. And the Rams are still really good, but they had such an easy schedule. And you can really judge a team by the games that they've lost. Look at the games the Rams lost and how they lost. They lost to Seattle when Seattle was healthy at home. They lost to the Redskins at home. They lost to the Eagles. The last game of the year I'll throw out, they lost to the 49ers, but the Rams had benched everyone, so you can throw that game out. That doesn't really count. But seriously, though, the Rams had a very, very easy go of it. They had a very easy go of it. They had to play the 49ers, the injured to fuck Seahawks, the Cardinals twice, the Texans without Deshaun Watson. They had to play the shitty Titans, the shitty Colts. They really had the Falcons had the toughest schedule in the league. Atlanta had to play Carolina twice, Minnesota, New Orleans twice. They had to play Seattle. They played Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. They played New England. Atlanta had a much tougher go of it. And like I said, like I keep harping on, playoff experience matters. When I was younger, I didn't get it. I get it now after years of watching. You see a lot of these teams with no playoff experience meet up with a team that has the playoff experience, and they look like deer in headlights. The Rams, Jared Goff, you just don't know. You could get that deer in headlights look on his face.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley.
Hey, Atlanta's going to get like a punt return opportunity here.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by
Jared Goff is good.
That'll be their third and final stoppage,
but he's still in that stage where
aside.
I don't fully trust him yet. Because once again, look at how they lost some of the games they lost this year. A couple of those losses were all on him. He threw an interception in the fourth quarter against the Redskins that gave that game away. He didn't play well against the Eagles. He played like shit against the Seahawks when they were healthy. Now, when the Seahawks were injured and had nobody left, the Rams killed the Seahawks. But I just feel like maybe Jared Goff is not quite ready for this moment. We'll see.
Here's Johnny Hacker now.
We'll see if he's an Andy Dalton top. This will be the first test of that. And if the Rams have to go to Minnesota, they're screwed. And Minnesota's my pick to get to the Super Bowl. I feel like Minnesota's going to get there at least. I feel like it's going to be the Steelers and the Vikings in the Super Bowl. That's my gut feeling right now. But you honestly just don't know, because who knows, what if the Falcons get on a run again? I know the Eagles are not going. They've got Nick Foles. They're done. The Saints could potentially pull it off. I would say the Saints or the Vikings would be the favorites from the NFC. But I'll lean towards the Vikings just because of the defense. AFC, you would think New England. And my gut tells me Pittsburgh, though, for some reason. I just feel like it's all signs point to it being Pittsburgh's year. It just feels like it's their time.
Now Ryan, he's going to let it fly.
This wow, fifth one.
It's intercepted. Picked off at the 48.
Well, mercifully that nightmare is over. I'm going to try to, burn my eyes with soap or something to forget that this simulation happened.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones.
We'll see if the Rams are legitimately big time. Like I said, that an easy schedule. From here on out, it's going to get a lot harder. And a couple of the teams in the playoffs have beat them already. The Rams' most impressive win was when they beat the Saints. That was legitimate. That made me buy into the Rams. Like, okay, I'm sold. They're actually good. But still, I just get this nagging feeling that they're going to drop the ball. And I think some of that has to do with, the The last time the Rams were in the playoffs before now was 2004. It's the branding. It's like, it's the Rams. You just expect the Rams are going to screw it up. They haven't gotten past that branding yet of being a team that totally screws everything up. But we'll find out Saturday night anyway. So the Rams won the simulation 24-20. Let's look at stats for funsies. Matt Ryan, 5 interceptions. Come off it. Rushing, neither team really rushed the ball worth a shit. It's just Atlanta. They were both stubborn and stuck with it, though. They had 28 carries each. Look at Falcons receivers. Boy, if Atlanta could spread the ball around that much like they did last year, they've got a chance. Team stats. The Rams, the most important category, points. Atlanta outgained them in every category, but the turnovers is what killed them. That is just brutal. And they even won time of possession. So this would be a very Falcons-y way to lose, to say the very least. Anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off here for a minute. And don't go anywhere, because I might come back and stream again in a few minutes. Just give me a minute to figure out what I'm going to do. And I will be right back. I'll see you guys soon.